Other interesting business news, you have Honda confirming they're working on an EV Type R, which is, yeah, the most, is it, it might be the dumbest thing I've heard in the auto industry in years, perhaps even decades. Now, this comes to us thanks to MotorTrend.com. Specifically, Andrew Beckard, who says, quote, can electric Honda Civic Type R be any fun? Honda confirms it's working on building a Type R EV, but it's harder than you think. Well, yeah, because you're making crap. Now, there you can see the nice, Gen 11 Honda Civic Type R in white, which, again, looks pretty good. I wish it was slightly more angular and slightly more different than the standard Honda Civic. It's a little bit different, don't get me wrong, but for $47,000, I'd want a little more differentiator. Granted, you can still see those nice, ginormous Brembo brakes featured there. But yeah, the same issue that Porsche's having in terms of trying to make a fun sports car, small EV, is terrible. Well, not only because you can't take it to any track because the tracks don't have track insurance or the right fire suppression technologies to actually, extinguish the flames when they do inevitably burst into flames. But also, you really can't recharge your car between lap sessions. You can take about 30 seconds to fill up the tank with gasoline. That's pretty easy. But yeah, for recharging an EV for like a track weekend, again, we may very well have magical technology tomorrow, but with the current technology we have today, doesn't happen. That's why it's a crap idea. One of the reasons it's a crap idea. Also, the weight distribution, Porsche still can't figure it out right. That's why they're still struggling with the Cayman replacement, which is supposed to be an EV because of European Union regulations. Now, they say, quote, do we live in a universe where an EV would be worthy of the Honda Civic Icon's Type R badge? No, we don't. We should add an article right there, but it continues. They say, quote, the Japanese automaker is wrestling with that question internally right now. The deciding factor is if Honda's engineers can figure out a way to bring the Type R soul to an electric vehicle. So you're going to try to take something. Oh, it seems so weird. You can't put a soul into a soulless EV. Again, EVs have their place. They have the Rimac. They have the fastest car in the world. Yeah. But again, the soul and the idea of like the Honda Civic Si or the Type R or like Mazda Miata, it's all about the fun experience. It's downshifting into a corner when you're at the track. It's not about top speed. It's not about the 0 to 60 time. I mean, that used to be the things people lust for in sports cars, but thanks to EVs, that mantle or that crown has been acquiesced to those because the tech is just better. With the only exception perhaps being the Dodge Challenger, final off is 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds. It's blistering fast with a nice, beautiful V8. But again, on average, EVs are overwhelmingly much, much quicker. And again, they're not fun to drive in regards to like a track experience, which is what I would argue the Civic Type R is best made for. Now they say, quote, in an interview with Auto Express, the head of Honda's Japanese BEV development center, Toshiro Akawa, explained why Honda can't just slap a Type R badge on an EV and call it a day. He says, quote, a battery and motor have different characteristics, so we can't come up with something exactly the same as before. As an EV, we can provide the joy of driving. We're not sure. We haven't given up, of course, but it's not just about power. It's about the sound, vibration, acceleration, and the human experience. Those are the joys of driving, unquote, which are also the things EVs don't have. I mean, they're like a ghost. They're silent. I mean, yeah, they're fast at the acceleration, but yeah, there's really not any vibration in the engine. It's just a soulless experience. They say Akawa isn't wrong. It takes more than horsepower and torque to provide that visceral experience we feel when we're behind the wheel of a performance car. We know that some folks will disagree with the notion, but a significant portion of the performance car buying audience does agree. That's the conundrum. This isn't just a Type R issue either. You can remember the Acura electric vision study design concept for 2023, a car that many, including us, speculate could evolve into the next Acura NSX. Oh, disgusting. That actually might impress me in terms of they keep making the NSX worse and more disappointing with each iteration. If they made it 100% EV, yes, they would in fact complete that trend of becoming more boring and less exciting. So I think the best NSX is the first iteration, which, again, you don't need a lot of horsepower. It had a nice little V6. And it came with the option of having a stick shift. It was great analog technology. It was pinnacle Honda Acura engineering. Now they say, quote, in case of the Type R, Honda needs only to look at the Hyundai Ioniq 5N for inspiration. The Ioniq N clearly demonstrates that a performance EV can be fun. I don't know about that. There's some nice extra pictures of the Honda Civic S or Type R as is. Well, ironically, a banner for the Honda Accord, which I would never buy because they no longer offer it with a stick shift option. So We'll see if they actually go through with this. But again, Porsche's trying to do the same thing, partially because the government is kneecapping them, saying you have to make EVs, so you're going to have to kill the Cayman. So we'll see. Hopefully there's... I mean, it looks so great. It's growing on me in terms of the Honda Civic Type R styling. But yeah, they're working on the idea of the Type R EV. But again, I'm not saying there's no market for that. There's about 18 people who would probably buy it. Maybe 19. But again, if you want an EV, you're not going to get a Civic Type R. I mean, they're already bastardizing the memory of the Prelude that's going to come back as a hybrid, I think. Which is ridiculous to say the least. So I can't help but think if they have a Honda Civic Type R EV, they would just buy something else. If you want performance EV, again, 0 to 60, I mean, Tesla's still one of the fastest options out there. I just think it's an abomination to the whole category. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think this could be a commercial or viable success? Do you think it would be even profitable? Let me know, because as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.